You do not want me driving. I am actually a horrible driver. I try to avoid driving at all costs because not only do I have a terrible sense of direction, but
Wow.
you know, I've hit things and yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. Is you know, I like driving when it's an infinitely long infinitely long road that's straight and there's no other road and there's no one else on the road. And that's the only time I like driving. When there's no turns to make, when there's literally nothing else around and no people in an infinitely vast expanse. Yeah, nothing else. Like I can take over driving if necessary. I will if it's needed. But it's just not safe, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Just not that safe. Isn't that considered the most dangerous roads? I'm not sure. But I remember when I first started driving and I was in high school. I remember I think I must have been, I don't know, 17, 16. I hit someone's car, and me being a dumbass 16 or 17-year-old, I panicked. I hit the car in a parking lot. And I didn't really know what to do. I saw them actually getting in. They saw it happen, and I saw them going to their car to get in their car. And in that moment, I panicked, and I got in the car and started driving away. Even though I knew they were shouting at me, and they were yelling and freaking out because it happened. I got in the car and I just started flooring it with no plan at all. And I didn't, once I had made this decision, I'm like, clearly I didn't think this through. And they start chasing me, and I'm like, I didn't really know what to do because I mean, this isn't something that was explained. But this is what I did was definitely not the right immediate decision. But I remember seeing them in the rearview mirror and they're on my tail and I just keep fucking going faster. Then we got the police following us and I decide I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I drove home. I drove to my house and I roll up to the house and my parents are home and my parents have a friend over. They see me drive into the driveway and then they see another car drive up in the driveway and then they see a police car also drive up in the driveway. Yes. And they're both like, excuse me. They had to, like, their friend was there visiting them, and they're like, oh god, our daughter's home with the police. Here, just give us a second to sort this out. And my parents come out in the driveway, and the guy, it's like it was a lady in the car. And she can see that I'm just like a child, you know, and I'm an absolute idiot. So she didn't even get that mad at me, but she starts yelling at my parents instead. And I felt so bad. And there was a police officer there who, it was a whole disaster. It was a whole disaster. We did manage to sort it out because it wasn't really damaged. There wasn't any, like, there wasn't really any damage to their car. Uh, but it all happened very fast. And then I mean, I grew up in a really small town, and my mom like had connections who knew this lady whose car I hit. And yeah, my parents, I put them through a lot. And my it
Thank
was
you,
a very small town.
Optimus Prime.
So like a couple months later, my mom is invited to this Christmas party. And let me remind you, I'm from a very tiny little podunk town in the backwoods of Louisiana. And my mom's invited to a Christmas party, and she takes me with her. And we show up to this tiny little Christmas party in someone's house. And who do we see over there? We see the lady whose car I hit. And my mom walks up to this lady, and my mom said something like, "Oh, like because the lady, I think she was eating some gumbo that was served there, and she had made some comment like, "Oh, this gumbo isn't very good." And my mom said, "Oh, well, at least it's not as bad as that time that my daughter hit your car." Oh, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it's not like that." We thought we could laugh and smooth it over. She got so mad. She did not think it was funny at all. I was like, Mom, I thought that was hilarious, but I don't think it was very funny. But anyway, I don't really drive. I try to avoid driving as much as possible.